Project 17. First of all, talk a little bit about just where you're coming from and what you're trying to do as an artist in general, and then you can get into the specifics.
That's a good question. Picture this, because I remember about maybe a year and a half ago or something, I'm on this kind of like a broke down truck. We had a bunch of concert gear in the back. It was multiple trucks. I remember before I got in, there were 2 armed guards, with the big, military guards. I was in Honduras actually, and we had just, I think we did Kenya, because I used the battery to promote, develop, and deploy these sustainable solutions, right? And even connect, organizations that do the work. And so I think we did Kenya, and we did, Haiti, and I was in Honduras, and we take the cars and with the military people, because they gotta watch you, watch your back, because there's gangs and all kinds of stuff can happen in these developing nations. And I know we get to the village, and I remember pulling up, and there's all these kids that just wide-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Had never experienced music. And I don't know if you know anything about developing nations. We're driving through and there's women with they got the water on their head. You know what I'm saying? We can just fill up the water bottle over here. But they, and if they drop it, they probably got to walk 3 or 4 miles to get more water, right? But it's crazy because they got to purchase food at their marketplace, so they need energy. So I remember pulling up and we set up the battery tour. We did, we did the concert, and I mean, even till this day, I'm getting letters from, because we worked with an NGO in the area. I believe in radical collaboration, and I get letters till this day of these kids this is the first ever, musician, artist. To some people, I'm like Michael Jackson. It's the first time they've ever experienced live music. And every time they're eating or something or charging their phone in their village or working on their school, they think of Battery Tour, and how everyone in the world is an outlet for change. So, for me, music has always been impact. That's in my DNA. So we at the Battery Tour, man, we believe the future is renewable energy, it's sustainability, it's reusing and refilling, right? And that's what I've been doing since 2012. We've been doing as a company. We've powered over 900 and some concerts, close to 1,000, with 100% clean energy. And yeah, I actually just did Times Square as the first ever renewable energy power concert in the history of Times Square, right? So when you were talking about the UN project and stuff, I think that's what the Secretary General saw. And a couple of years ago they called me, and now I'm one of the 17 UN young leaders of the world, right? And I represent the youth in the US, right, about these 17 goals. I know my homie Rocky is here too. He's a UN ambassador over here. And so, yeah, for me, I'm just continuing to use Rocky, what's up? He's on the album, what's up? I'm continuing to just use music as a vehicle to get the world plugged in, music as a vehicle to bring together every facet of humanity to make this sustainability happen.
So you mentioned, and I'm not sure everybody just understands the 17 and all that, the sustainable development goals. There are 17 of them. And have you written 17 songs?
Yeah. And here's the thing about the goals, because I was talking to, I think it was Wesley, because his wife's Sound Future, that Sound Future is so great. There's so many great organizations, Plastic Pollution Coalition, whatever. But it was funny because I actually asked Wesley, and I do this all the time. I ask people, do you know what the goals are? And he didn't actually know what the goals are, and but he's so into and incredibly committed to so much change. And so I enjoy, whether it's a company or a person, hey, these are the 17 things that, the United Nations and all these countries said, hey, we got to get this done by 2030, right? It's everyone should have food, right? Which I think Support and Feed is here, and they're getting people food. And everyone should have water, clean water. Everyone should have energy, right? And so, what I decided to do, when I looked at the goals, I was like, oh, shoot, well, I think the best way to achieve this is music. Right, so been working on one song for each goal, and it's been beautiful. We've been doing one song for each goal, teaming up with a major artist on each record, and then a nonprofit, an implementation partner or two that does the work, so the music can power the action, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, next time maybe you'll try something a little bit more ambitious.
It's coming along.
Yeah, I know you've been working on this for many years, since I've known you, for 7 or 8.
I mean, it's so weird because I think I did the first Battery Tour event in 2012.
Yeah.
right? I was telling someone like 4 years ago, people would be like, "You're a sustainable artist," or they're like, "Battery tour, like my Tesla car and the batteries, right?"
Connecting those dots, that's great. Well, Adam, Matt, you've spent some time thinking about how do you take fan bases and build social movements around them. Talk a little bit about